Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our Craftsman Truck Series 2024 NR2003 season, where we're here refreshing you on the playoff grid. Today is our regular season finale from Richmond Raceway, and there are two spots currently left on points, held by Nick Sanchez by 29 points and Raja Caruth by 21 points over Grant Enfinger, who's just below the cut line. Craftsman also just out by 28, and everyone else below them has to win that's not already locked in with a win. So there's your playoff scenario as we get into a regular season finale here. The Clean Harbors 250 from Richmond as we are green and underway. Eckes and Majeski on the front row, side by side for the lead as we go into turn one for the first time. There's the Enfinger right there on behind Christian Eckes, third place there, second truck on the inside, that is, for Enfinger. As we are finally back from our Olympic break, and now Enfinger behind Majeski trying to work his way forwards, but Eckes and Majeski now clear for the 1-2 here at Richmond Raceway. Eckes leads opening lap of racing. He's currently your points leader as well in the regular season. He leads Corey Heim by 27 points coming to this race for the regular season championship. So Heim really needs a lot to go right today to take that regular season title away from Christian Eckes, who's been so consistent all season long. And certainly not helping. Eckes right now is leading this race. Majeski second, Enfinger in third, at a pretty good spot to get some points to possibly steal that last one in the playoffs. So now we get a restart here on lap 33. Only like one or two trucks went around there, so nothing crazy happened under yellow. And now here comes Grant Enfinger to the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Enfinger being aggressive. He knows what he has to do to get into the playoffs. He's alongside Heim behind us, 3 wide. Sanchez and Lane Riggs contacted, around goes Ben Rhodes, spinning in front of Riggs, hard the outside, upside down. Ben Rhodes barrel rolling, end over end. Riggs slammed by Lawless Allen. Riggs up and over, a huge crash into turn 3 here at Richmond. It's going to eliminate Ben Rhodes from the playoffs, and Lane Riggs and Lawless Allen in a huge crash. Ben Rhodes upside down. Riggs went up. I said, no more trouble here. There's another truck up and over. That is Thad Moffat. As happens here is Sanchez clips Sawalich, turns him directly into Connor Zilish, making his second ever start. Gets destroyed. Big damage for Tanner Gray. Jerry Bowman. Thad Moffat gets launched upside down on his lid. He is out in a chaotic restart here. The huge crashes at Richmond as we Heim and Enfinger once again fighting for the lead on the restart here on lap 39. Now officially Thad Moffat, Ben Rhodes, Lawless Allen, and Lane Riggs, all 4 of those trucks out of the race and out of the playoffs. So a disappointing season for the front row 38 truck, which is the team that won the title last season, with Zane Smith now out of the playoffs with Lane Riggs. And of course Ben Rhodes, the real life 2023 Truck Series champion, out of this race as well. And Connor Zilish also crashed out from that incident. Shame for Zilish. He had a solid run going on in lap 44. Christian Eckes has taken the lead away from Heim and Enfinger. Now behind, back on the outside. Here comes Corey Heim. He's given Eckes everything he's got. These two, of course, have been the best all season long in the Craftsman Truck Series. Still fighting for that regular season championship. Every point matters between these two. Heim leads that lap by a nose over Eckes with a great run on the outside lane. Of course, you see Enfinger there in third, really pushing Eckes here on the inside, because he knows he's got Nick Sanchez right in his back bumper. That's one of the guys he's fighting for to get in the playoffs on points. The 9 cannot afford to let the 2 by him here as they continue to battle hard. Enfinger, big shove there to Eckes, gets him inside of Corey Heim as they come out of 4, still side by side. A great battle for the lead and the stage win here at Richmond. Just about 6 or 7 to go on the stage. Heim on the outside, Eckes on the inside. They continue to fight viciously for the race lead. Heim to the point here at Richmond. He clears Eckes, but Eckes now back to the front here on the last lap of stage number 1 with a solid half a second lead, now 3/4 of a second lead over Corey Heim. Eckes driving away, looking to get the stage 1 win and extend his regular season points lead now to 28 over Corey Heim, with just stage 2 and stage 3 remaining. There's the yellow, and Christian Eckes will win stage 1 in Richmond. Corey Heim second, Enfinger, Sanchez, Garcia the top 5, Matt Mills, Chase Purdy, Raja Caruth, Ty Majeski, and Kane Hunting of the top 10. So big time, 3 points for Caruth, 7 for Sanchez, 8 for Enfinger, and Eckes gets the playoff point. Now we want here to restart here on lap 58. The 11 to Corey Heim comes down the pit lane. One of the favorites who is fighting for the stage win now early in stage 2 for some inexplicable reason comes down and pits, and now loses a lap to the leaders here at the Richmond Raceway, which is going to cost Heim pretty much the shot at the regular season title, as Eckes leads the way now alongside Jake Garcia on this restart. He's back in lap 88. Jake Garcia trying to win his way in and steal a spot in the playoffs, just like he did last season when he won at Las Vegas and managed to find his way in the playoffs. Then this time he's in the 13 truck for Thor Sport, but cannot hold the lead. Eckes just too quick, holds the lead out of 2 down this back straightaway. Bailey Curry also crashed out from a yellow that we missed, so Curry will also miss the place. Now Jake Garcia giving a bumper to Christian Eckes. Here comes Jake Garcia to the inside, the 13, looking to take the lead away here at Richmond. Garcia fighting for his play, cautions out on the racer. Big pile up. Crafton, Daniel Dye involved. As it looks like Chase Perry got hit by Connor Jones, and then Brett Holmes turned around by Honeycutt in front of the pack. Nowhere to go. Taylor Gray, Matt Crafton, big hit. Daniel Dye. Corey Heim involved. Mason Maggio in the 21. Lots of damage from a lot of good trucks right there, but that is costly for Matt Crafton. He could not afford that, being 28 points below the cut line and not getting any stage 1 stage points. It pretty much puts Crafton in a must-win. Now is Sanchez now back out front here on lap 95. About 30 to go in the second stage of racing. Sanchez leading. Garcia second. Oh, trouble in the back. We got trucks and spinning in the wall. And around goes Ty Dillon and Mason Maggio. They go spinning down the back straightaway here at Richmond. As it looks like it was just up ahead. Connor Jones clips Brett Holmes. They bounce off the wall directly in front of Ty Dillon, who just has nowhere to go, gets cleaned out. And then Timmy Hill turns Mason Maggio around as well. And those two going around brings out the caution once again. It has been a wild regular season finale so far here in Richmond to decide this final spot in the playoffs. Now Eckes and Sanchez side by side for the lead here in Richmond. Now there's 10 to go on the stage. Eckes taking the lead away, looking to go for the stage sweep, and this would really put Heim, who's not in position to get any stage points, in a rough spot. He'd be 38 behind Eckes. Eckes, if he wins this stage, clinches the regular season championship as he takes the lead from Nick Sanchez. Now last lap of stage 2 for Eckes, leading over Majeski. He just needs to hang on to get the stage win here, so put him at 38 above Corey Heim, which Heim just cannot make up with how many trucks are left in this race. Just through 3 and 4 now for the final time for Christian Eckes. Gonna put his teammate Daniel Dye on the left down. Eckes will win stage 2 and sweep the stages here in Richmond and clinch the regular season championship by doing so. Majeski, Sanchez, Enfinger, Mills the top 5, followed by Garcia, Carruth once again, Honeycutt, Purdy, and how about Stuart Friesen getting the last stage point. So once again, Sanchez and Enfinger outpointing Carruth here. Enfinger having a really good run today, but Eckes, of course, locks up the regular season title. Back underway now on lap 134, so 117 to go in this race. Matt Mills now clear for the lead on the restart, taking it away from the 98 of Majeski. Great restart right there from Matt Mills, putting himself in a position now to try to win his way into the playoffs and get his first career win. What an upset that would be if he could pull it off. As Mills goes through 3 and 4 the final times, we go down the back stretch here, and the 3-0 truck's coming up here. The 9, Grant Enfinger is in the pit lane, all of a sudden throwing away his season and his hopes to fight for a championship in the playoffs. As for some inexplicable reason, under green, Enfinger comes down pit road, and he's going to lose a lap to the leaders and pretty much going to knock him out of contention now, which basically almost guarantees the last 2 spots to Roger Carruth and Nick Sanchez as Ty Majeski continues to apply some heavy pressure on the back bumper of Matt Mills for this race lead. Majeski won this race last season, the regular season finale, trying to do that once again here in Richmond. Of course, Majeski has done a great job all season long. Got the win at Nashville that finally locked him into the playoffs. He's now looking to try to get his second win in the last 4 races. And Majeski now side by side with Matt Mills on the inside lane here into turn 1 and 2 here at Richmond. They go by the lap truck of Taylor Gray, putting him 2 laps down. Majeski just getting ahead of Matt Mills, still not quite clear. Some intense racing still going on behind us as we go into 3 and 4. Taylor Gray right next to Sauvage. They all merge safely back there. Got Eckes 3 wide with the rookie Connor Hall in his debut and Chase Purdy. They all managed to negotiate that well. See Enfinger there behind, a lap down. Now Majeski clear for the lead here in Richmond. Now Sanchez to the point as William Sawalich is out of this race. Caution's out here on lap 146 as Sanchez leads. The yellow is out on the racetrack. There's a caution that's just happened. Oh, upside down is the 18 of Tyler Ankrum. Here's a replay. What happened? Purdy slams Ankrum into the outside wall. Both trucks in the air, upside down. Connor Hall goes into the wall. And Ankrum, look at how high that truck gets in the air as Purdy gets tilted over by Justin Carroll. And a hard head on in for Ankrum and Purdy, who both end up upside down in a wild crash here at Richmond. For two trucks who have won races this season are now out of this race. Chase Purdy and Tyler Ankrum. As back at the front, It will be Sanchez and Eckes side by side for the lead at the line. Going to go to Sanchez here with just about 100 to go in the race. Now we get back in the lap 163. A wreck that we missed. Taken out. The 2 of Nick Sanchez, one of our 3 main bubble drivers, is now out of this race. He joins Ty Dillon, Matt Craftsman, Taylor Gray, and Justin Carroll. And so all of a sudden now, it's Nick Sanchez. The question is, does he have enough points? Trouble in the background. There goes Mason Massey into the outside wall hard with the 21 of Maggio. See here, this got squeezed in the wall and bouncing off into Spencer Boyd, your Daytona race winner. Massey and Maggio go around there, bringing out the yellow at the front. Jake Garcia has taken the lead now from Matt Mills and Stuart Friesen. Garcia continuing to lead here on lap 176. He's got heat from Eckes, and Matt Mills slams the inside wall. Majeski sends him in, almost taking out Matt Mills. Somehow he saves it, and we stay green, but huge damage to the 42 truck of Matt Mills off the bumper of Majeski. Now caution came out once again, so I have a restart here with 54 to go. It is the ThorSport duo of Ty Majeski and Jake Garcia side by side for the lead here, Richmond. How about Stuart Friesen in the 52 in third, trying to save what has been an awful season back there in third with a win, but just doesn't seem to have the pace to really compete up here at the front. But he's doing everything he can to try to put himself in that position to win his way in the playoffs. Back here, we still got some chaos. Tanner Gray holding up Caden Honeycutt, who's a top 10 lead lap truck right now, being held up all the way at the back of the line here because of how slow Tanner Gray is from the multiple wrecks he has been involved in. The damage he has sustained is Majeski continuing to lead. Garcia trying to find a way to win his way into the playoffs, but he's just running out of time. There's Enfinger now, moving Friesen out of the way. Enfinger, the first truck, a lap down, currently in 10th place, trying to salvage positions to beat Sanchez for that final spot on points. We'll see. He's now a restart here with just 10 to go. It is 11 to go rather. Majeski Eckes side by side lead. Here comes Raja Caruth on the inside, the 71 to second. Caruth doing everything he can to make sure he secures one of those final 2 playoff spots. So Sanchez out of the race now. Raja Caruth basically has guaranteed himself clinching a playoff spot on points. The question is, does Enfinger have enough to outpoint Enfinger's? Caution came out again. This time it knocked out of the race Dean Thompson, another truck. So now it's just going to be 2 to go in regulation. Back underway here, Richmond. A 2-lap shootout for the win. It is a green-white checkered. Eckes and Majeski side by side for the lead. Who is going to win? Eckes already has the regular season title clinched. Majeski wants to find more play points, and Caruth once again to second, having a phenomenal run. Caruth trying to find his way into the playoffs. Looks like he's going to do it coming around 3 and 4. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit Bank here at Richmond for Ty Majeski. About to win this race for the 2nd year in a row, and it will be his 2nd win of the season. Get him some good momentum going into the playoffs at Milwaukee in a couple of weeks. As now down the backstretch through 3 and 4 for the final time, Ty Majeski is going to hold on, and Ty Majeski wins at Richmond. Raja Caruth 2nd. He secures a playoff spot. Eckes 3rd. Garcia 4th, and Honeycutt rounds out the top 5. Then Friesen, Stephen Parsons, Matt Mills, Grant Enfinger 9th, and Corey Heim rounds out your top 10, a lap down, just like Enfinger. But Majeski wins the Clean Harbors 250 here, Richmond, the 2nd of the season, 4th of his career, and that ticket is now punched until into the playoffs. As of course now we see your final race results here from today's race in Richmond. Majeski, the winner, really took control in the final stage of this race. And Raja Caruth with a humongous 2nd place finish, of course his best of the season, which is going to secure his spot in the playoffs for the first time. Eckes clinches the regular season title with a good points day and finishes 3rd. Garcia, Honeycutt your top 5, Friesen, Parsons, Mills, Enfinger, Heim's top 10. I don't know if Enfinger had the points. We will see if he had enough points to beat Sanchez for the final spot. Solid run for Connor Hall today in 11th. As now you see the final regular season playoff standings for the Craftsman Truck Series. Of course, as we know, Eckes secured the regular season championship over Corey Heim by a good amount of points. And then Raja Caruth gets in by 20 points with a strong performance here in Richmond, that runner-up. And Nick Sanchez survives after crashing out for the 2nd race in a row. Holds on to the final spot on points by just 13 over Grant Enfinger, who once again leaves Richmond heartbroken, missing the playoffs for the 2nd straight season by less than 15 points. And then, of course, Craftsman basically had to win. He couldn't do it. Then Tanner Gray, Lane Riggs, Ben Rhodes all miss out as well. And now we preview your playoff grid heading into the round of 10 of the Craftsman Truck Series, which starts at the Milwaukee Mile in 2 weeks. Eckes and Corey Heim tied at the top of the playoff grid. Very comfortable. Already 22 points above the cut line. Ty Majeski sits 10 to the good. Nick Sanchez, Chase Purdy, Raja Caruth, Tyler Ankrum, and Taylor Gray, the last 5 trucks above that cut line, all within 4 points of the bubble. That's Taylor Gray and Daniel Dye tied for that 8th and final spot right now. And, of course, Spencer Boyd sits 1 point below the cut line in 10th. So a very close playoff grid as the regular season concludes here at the Craftsman Truck Series, and we begin the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. And of course, before we end the episode, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. Still remains my guy, Jeremy Isley. Thank you, Jeremy, for the support. I really appreciate it. And of course, if any of you other viewers want to become a member of the channel, the link is in the description down below. Just click that or hit the join button, and you can become a member and get access to exclusive perks. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.